Unfortunately, self-sabotaging behaviors are pretty common with people who have a intrinsic low self-worth. And the thing about that is that our self-worth is basically programmed in us. It's basically given to us by our primary disciplinarian when we were kids. So whichever parent that was that had that main responsibility, that's really where it comes from. So we find that as we go through life, those of us who don't have a very high self-worth at the core of our being, we tend to engage in self-sabotaging behaviors. So we'll make big gains, we'll be doing really well, and then slowly those gains get stripped away and we're frustrated. We're kind of back to square one. And for me, that's been a pattern my whole life. And I've worked on it. And the thing is, I guess the nice thing is when you've worked hard, established good work habits, you can get back on track, so it doesn't have to be a permanent loss or a complete loss. But the thing is, I think it's important not to beat ourselves up too much when we find ourselves losing gains, because what's going on at the subconscious level is really profound in terms of driving our behavior. And I think that's the important thing to understand. It took me a long time for that to click. I just felt like when I would lose gains after making some good gains, then it was just a personal weakness, which may be a part of it. But I think the deeper part is the intrinsic self-worth and how you feel about yourself. Do you feel worthy? Do you not feel worthy? I mean, if you're feeling on top of the world in terms of your physique, for example, because you've worked really hard on it, and all of a sudden, you've got more dating opportunities and life is giving you more respect, at the core of your being, you probably don't really feel worthy of all of that. You might shine for a while and say, hey, yeah, this is pretty good. This is where I was meant to be in life. But, that low self-esteem can kick in, and next thing you know, all of a sudden, you start to maybe lose some of that physique, get into patterns of diet and things like that start to strip away your gains, and it's really frustrating, and it's almost like it's beyond your control. And the thing is, it really is, because if it's operating at the subconscious level, you're not really aware of that. You're not in control of that. So I just wanted to say, if you have a low self-worth, and if you do or not, and you're frustrated about losing gains, understand that it's not all on you. Don't take that full responsibility. Place it on your primary caregiver who made you feel unworthy in life at a very young age. So that's really mostly where that's coming from. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. So good on you for making gains and kicking some butt in life, even if they get, eroded away over time. You're making the effort, you're doing the best that you can, given the circumstances. So good on you. Good job.